Through education, research, scholarships, networking, and more, the institutes are unique in how they help and support insurance professionals, both today and into the future.
Thought Leader Theater is brought to you by the Institutes.
Hello, my name is Alex Vandeveer. I'm the Senior Vice President of Strategic Marketing for the Institutes, and I'm very happy to be speaking with you today about working together to attract the best talent to our industry. The topics I'd like to cover include a background on the industry challenge, including research summaries and some initiatives that we've undertaken in the last few years that helped lay the foundation for where we are today. We're going to talk about the industry's solution and a brand called MyPath. We're also going to discuss how you can get involved in the MyPath collaborative effort. And then we can certainly facilitate any questions you may have after the presentation. I do encourage you at any time throughout the presentation to ask questions, raise your hand, welcome, and feel free to stop and ask any questions you may have. So as many of you are aware, the insurance industry is facing an impending workforce shortage. In fact, the projections forecast a need to fill approximately 70,000 positions a year, yet only about 14,000 students are actively pursuing RMI degrees in the insurance industry. So when we look at some of the demographics of this issue, we're talking about an estimated population size of the millennial audience of approximately 70 million Americans. And so, as you can imagine, as the baby boomer generation begins to retire, which is starting to happen now, there will be a lack of talent with the essential knowledge and skill sets to meet our workforce needs. So it's very important that the industry solve this challenge. You don't have to look very far in the media or online in blogs or any of the B2B publications to see this topic is certainly a hot one. And it's probably, no doubt, due to the fact that there's a severe risk associated with not solving this challenge, a risk to maintain the high levels of service that our organization provides, that our industry provides to society, and the important critical functions that we serve. In addition, there is a industry talent wars. In fact, our industry is competing for top talent, for millennial talent, with better-known industries. You've got finance, high tech, and as an attraction for young people as they're considering career options, we've got some pretty stiff competition. The research that we conducted will show a little bit of the drivers behind why most millennials do not consider insurance as a top-of-mind career choice, and how we leverage that data is also an important element of this solution. So in 2011, we really started getting a groundswell of organizations involved in this conversation about how we solve this challenge. And we started working at the Institutes very closely with an organization called the Griffith Insurance Education Foundation. And their mission is to educate young people, high school, college, about careers in risk management and insurance. And part of that initiative included a summit in Atlanta in 2011 where there was over 100 organizations, insurance and risk management organizations in attendance, where a strategy was framed out to establish a collaborative industry-wide effort. And out of that coalition who's selected the institutes to lead that initiative, there was an important first step, and that was to conduct a pretty broad-scale research initiative. So we surveyed and conducted a qualitative and quantitative analysis of over 1,600 millennials, and our research on millennials showed that About 12% think the insurance industry is innovative. 5% believe it's exciting, and 1/3 said that it's downright boring. So it clearly outlines some of the problems we've got in front of us. And the perceptions are really ill-informed. There's a severe lack of education about all that the insurance industry really has to offer. In fact, most people, when you survey, think it's about sales. You know, would you consider a career in insurance? Answer, no, I don't want to sell insurance. So overall, awareness of what the industry actually offers is extremely limited. Addressing this risk in a comprehensive way also became very clear that it would need to be a collaborative one. There's no single organization that could solve such a giant problem as this. So in order to appropriately address it and educate and excite millennials about the limitless opportunities a career in insurance can offer, the solution that came out of the research and was invested in and spawned was called MyPath. Anyone here seen this brand at all? It just launched at the end of last year in what we call sort of a pilot phase. And based on the market research that we did, which included a fairly comprehensive qualitative and quantitative brand development exercise, we had a series of 20 to 25 focus groups throughout the U.S. where the fundamental questions we were asking millennials was, how would you consider a career in insurance, and what would be an appropriate brand or vehicle that might be compelling to you to consider looking into a career in insurance. And out of that, the MyPath brand was born. In addition, we worked very closely with industry partners to help develop this brand. And the insurance, it's limitless tagline. A few other really important elements of the strategy of the MyPath brand included, well, it's one thing to develop a logo and to buy some media and start promoting it to the most highly bombarded media segment in the history of the planet, which is the millennials. You really needed to get at something emotional about a career in insurance or risk management. It had to be more than, you know, there's great jobs and there's variety. It has to connect to an emotional hook. And what we found was that there's a very strong emotional hook in the millennial audiences about wanting a rewarding and fulfilling career that has meaning. And we pondered this, and we thought it was a really interesting and important element of any brand that we established whose goal it was to reach millennials and educate and excite them about a career in insurance. And that idea of doing social good, that idea of doing important work, that idea of helping people, these are themes that the insurance and risk management industry are based upon. Yet the perception is that insurance or risk management careers was about selling insurance. So the MyPath platform was launched with an effort to put the people in the industry out front and with an effort to really get at those emotional drivers about the good that you can do that you can do in this industry, the meaningful work, and the career opportunities, the opportunities for advancement, and the variety of options are really limitless. So the platform that we call it, and this is a screenshot of the insuremypath.org platform website, really serves as a hub. And what you do on that platform is a result of how much the industry is committed to collaborate upon it. So I'll kind of get at that strategy now. So the strategy for the platform was really built around the idea of aggregating industry content and amplifying existing efforts. We quickly realized that it would be impossible for us as sort of the organization behind the brand to provide all the content, to write all the content, to provide all the compelling items that we heard from research that millennials wanted. the only way that we were going to have a successful initiative was to actually use it as a clearinghouse for industry content. So what does that mean? Internships, career options, career videos, career assessments, scholarships, information about collegiate studies, anything about the industry or the careers within it. Companies are creating this content, so why not partner with them, share it on this platform, and amplify existing efforts? So that's really the heart of the strategy, is this amplification or aggregating content. That way, once we secure enough partners and enough aggregators, the site can really have a long-term kind of perpetual value proposition for millennials. Right now, there's almost 300 internships on the platform, and that's a result of integrating the MyPath platform with companies' existing internship opportunities. There's companies with hundreds of internships available. We make it easy for them by integrating with them on the back end and showing those internships to the people that we bring to the platform. So efforts to date. Right now we have, we're relatively new, we just launched at the end of last year. We have over 70 industry partners, and it really spans the gamut of organizations. We've got carriers, we've got agents, we've got large brokers, we've got associations all aggregating content. And did I mention it's free? There's no cost to aggregating content on the platform. We've got, I think I checked this morning, about 260 internships. We've got some integrations in progress that should double or triple that number. We've got over 360 content items. So hundreds of videos that people have created that we're sharing on the platform, providing a single destination for millennials who are considering careers to go to. They can opt in, give us their email. They'll get emails subsequently that bring them back when new content is updated. The content is highly shareable, and it's also mobile accessible. The whole platform is designed using responsive design mobile technology to make it easy to come in through any channel. And that's how we're reaching millennials. We're using a multi-channel effort that in our pilot launch, we generated over 400 million impressions, primarily through what our research showed was attractive channels where millennials we had a high rate of penetration, including online radio. We did a big Pandora takeover, which is a very highly accessed site for millennials, social search, mobile search, and digital ad networks. So the pilot campaign that we started in November of 2014 bared some really interesting results. The other side of the coin in this has been to engage the industry on it, because as I said, the value of the brand is only as good as the willingness of industry to contribute to it, which is part of why I'm here today and part of why we also maintain a presence in industry publications, in industry events, because that's sort of the other side of the coin to keep the content going. So to date, we manage and kind of orchestrate a combination of earned and paid media opportunities in B2B publications. We've had great traction with our industry media efforts, including article placements in Business Insurance, PC 360, Insurance Journal, the Wall Street Journal, the Boston Globe, and Bloomberg Newsweek have all picked up stories about MyPath. The Wall Street Journal just reoriented their insurance desk to reframe it as the risk management desk, where we have developed a relationship with their editorial staff who is committed to kind of use us as a thought leader and keep them up to date on how this brand is progressing. So we're making progress in both the B2B media and the national media on this brand. So overall efforts in terms of our paid marketing activities include over 225,000 visits to the platform to see the content, to browse the videos, to look at the internships. You can, as a candidate or a millennial, create an account where you can upload your resume for employers to see and apply for internships with a push of a button. And we've had almost 500 millennials come and do that. About 2 times that have opted in so far to keep in contact with the brand. Our social and mobile activities have generated over 1 million impressions on social networks like Facebook and Twitter, where we have a good base of followers and people who have opted in to like the brand or follow the brand as it evolves over time. We're also very excited about the future plans for MyPath. The platform will continue to grow and evolve, and I touched on a little bit earlier how we're going to be launching a interactive career experience feature, which is also something that came out of research where we heard that one of the real valuable things that millennials would like to see about an insurance career is show me actually like a day in the life. What would it look like if I had this career? What would it be really like? And you know, the people asked us in research, like, can you make a video that shows, like, from their perspective what their first day or the first month could be like? So we kind of ran with that concept, and we're working real hard right now on what we call a career experience module, where you can go in and experience a career and go down several different paths, from claims to risk management to underwriting to sales to being a broker. So this is a really exciting new feature of the platform that we're working on. And we're also going to continue our aggregation and partner outreach efforts because as we continue to reach out to millennials to bring them to the platform, we're also committed to reaching out to industry to continue gaining new partners, to share more content, because we know that that's where the success of the initiative will lie, at the intersection of those 2 efforts. So, how to get involved. I encourage you all to share what you've heard within your organizations. Go to the website to find out more. It's insuremypath.org. Feel free to reach out to us. You can use the email address, contact us at insuremypath.org. And we have representatives who can help show you how to share content, who can provide literature or other type of support for your internal events, and answer any questions you may have about getting involved in the initiative. So with that said, I'm at the 22-minute mark, so I think we're doing good on timing. I will open up if anybody has a question about the brand or MyPath or anything that we've covered today. No? All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, and enjoy the rest of the show.